St. Pat's next game away. News on a couple of games on here at the weekend. The Drogheda under 17s are at home tomorrow. That's here in United Park in Bowes. That game kicking off at noon, 12 p.m. Kick-off tomorrow for the under 17s. And on Sunday here in United Park, the under 19 side play Dundalk. That game kicking off 2 o'clock on Sunday. So 12 o'clock tomorrow for the under 17s. 2 o'clock on Sunday for the under 19s. The drive shop will be open, of course, tomorrow. From 2 to 4 o'clock as usual, down in Stocks Hall. Lotto tickets are on sale around the ground and will be throughout the match this evening. Jackpot of €4,100 this week, so big jackpot well worth a €2 gamble. Tickets on sale around the ground throughout the game this evening. Also, the Drogheda United bingo takes place as usual next Thursday night in the Barbican Theatre on Peter Street, 8 p.m. on Thursday night for the Drogheda United bingo. And we remind everybody that United are a community and family-oriented club, and we wish to ensure unfair, pleasant and enjoyable experiences for everybody, those home supporters and our visitors. Offensive, abusive or racist chanting or behaviour will not be tolerated in any form. Anybody found to be engaging in such behaviour will be removed from the ground immediately. While United support the FAI's anti-racism campaign, show racism the red card. So once again, we welcome our visitors this evening. We'll be providing our halftime entertainment. We have the Skerries Town under 10s. We have Welcome Youth FC from Moneymore. We have from County Cavan the under 8s from Virginia FC. And also the under 13s from Balbriggan FC. So you're all very welcome to United Park this evening.
Hello, and you are very welcome to this evening's SSE Electricity League match between Drogheda United and Cork City FC in Hunky Dory Park. We'll give you the teams for this evening's match. We start off with Drogheda. Number 16 in goal is Michael Schlingerman. Number 3, Joe Gorman. Number 4, Mark Hughes. Number 5, Alan Byrne. Number 6, McDaly, who's captain. Number 13, Adam Whelan. Number 14, Robert O'Reilly. Number 11, Ger Pender. Number 17, ex-Irish international Keith Tracy. Number 12, Lloyd Buckley. And number 45, Robert Bailey. And on the subs bench, number 18, Sam McGowan. Number 22, Robert McKenna. Number 9, one of the many Brennans, Sean. Number 10, Tiernan Mulvanna. Number 15, Mark O'Brien. Number 2, Liam Donnelly. And number 12, Lee Duffy. And for Cork City this evening, number 1, Mark McNulty. Number 5, Darren Dennehy. Number 6, Dan Murray. Number 8, ex-Drogheda player as well. Number 8, Gavin Hoolin. Number 11, another ex-Drogheda player in Ross Gaynor. Number 14, Kevin O'Connor. Number 18, Michael McSweeney. Number 19, Carl Shepherd. Number 21, Stephen Beattie. Number 22, Liam Miller. And number 26, Gary Buckley. On the bench for Cork this evening, number 3, Alan Bennett. Number 4, Dan Dunleavy. Number 9, John O'Flynn. Number 16, Alan Smith. Number 20, Billy Dennehy. Number 30, Liam Kearney. And number 32, Stephen Foley. Drogheda are in 11th place in the league at the minute, looking to stay away from relegation, and there isn't a big crowd here in United Park, formerly known as Hunky Dory Park, as the teams make their way out onto the pitch. Cork City in their green and white kit, green shirt, white shorts, green socks, and Drogheda in their maroon and blue, blue shorts, blue socks, and whatever boots they want. It's the first game back for Cork City since they progressed into the FAI Cup final, which will be played on the 8th of November against another local club actually in Dundalk, who can actually win the title this evening if they beat Shamrock Rovers in Tala. A lot of fuss about that game due to Shamrock Rovers giving Dundalk fans a small number of tickets, but those who live in glass houses. That's all I'm going to say about that. Drogheda, just to give you a little background, won the league in 2007, and they also won the FAI Cup, beating Cork City in the final in 2005. Their latest triumph, though, was the League of Ireland Cup, also known as the EA Sports Cup, when they won the final in Tala against Shamrock Rovers, I believe, in 2012. And of course, last time they won the league was 2007, when they had Eamon Zayed as their top scorer, who is now out in Malaysia, funnily enough. So that in the space of 8 years, they go from battling for the title to battling for relegation, as we await kick-off here in United Park, formerly known as Hunky Dory Park. McDaly, the captain of Drogheda, actually used to play for their rivals Dundalk. No real fact to that. And the teams are underway now as Drogheda have it in the centre circle. Mark Hughes has it and loses it, which Michael McSweeney will take the throw in here now for Cork City, just inside their half. The teacher in Colm Cuddihy gives it to Liam Miller. Miller back to Darren Dennehy. Darren Dennehy to Ross Gaynor, I believe that is, who's also a former Drog. Headed on by Carl Shepherd, just straight in the air, but Drogheda win the ball back. And it's a free into Drogheda. I didn't see quite why they have a free, which Robert O'Reilly will take. Sorry, Alan Byrne will take this. Byrne hits it long into the Drogheda box towards Keith Tracy, I believe that is, but it hits off Michael McSweeney, it looked like from here, but it goes out for a goal kick. Speaking of goalkeepers, Michael Schlingerman, Michal Schlingerman, I believe his name is, used to be a Mayo minor football goalkeeper, and so there you go. He's also played in 4 finals with the Drogheda club and lost 3, which surely must be a record. As we wait for Mark McNulty to take this goal kick in his Bumblebee kit, which he does. towards Kyle Shepherd, but it is Alan Byrne who wins it to Keith Tracy. Tracy, that is to Joe Gorman, I believe. Schlingerman hits it out for a throw-in to Cork. Michael McSweeney will take it here now, just inside the Drogheda half. Gives it to Gavin Houlihan. Houlihan back to McSweeney. McSweeney to Miller. Miller to Murray. Murray hits it long for Kyle Shepherd. Can he get there? No, Schlingerman gets there before him. Excuse me. Schlingerman looking to send it long now. Schlingerman hits it long. Ross Gaynor wins the header and is out for a throw-in to Drogheda. He's in. Gavin Houlihan intercepts that pass. Liam Miller to Gary Buckley. Buckley just by the halfway line now. Buckley, he's tripped and it's a free out to Cork City as Michael Daly tripped him up. Ross Gaynor looking to take it early but is denied by Adam Whelan. Gaynor gives it back to Dennehy. Dennehy to Miller. To Dan Murray, midfield maestro. Poor pass from him, looking for Liam Miller, but Drogheda come away with it as the Drogheda player, who is Keith Tracy I believe, falls over himself. Dan Murray has it now. Murray to Liam Miller. Miller looking for Kevin O'Connor, finds him. Clash between O'Connor and the Drogheda player. The season goes out on the halfway line for throwing to Cork City. Ross Gaynor throws it in to Miller. Back to Gaynor. Back to Miller. To Darren Dennehy. Dennehy hits it off a Drogheda player and is out for another throw in. Just in front of us here now in the home stand. Ross Gaynor has it. Gaynor to Miller. Miller to Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor to Buckley. Buckley to Gavin Houlihan. Houlihan looking for McSweeney, but it's intercepted. Drogheda come away with it now. Dan Murray hustling him, but he wins it and gives it away again to the Drogheda defence. But Joe Gorman hits it long, and Mark McNulty will gather. McNulty now in the Cork box, gives it to Darren Dennehy. Dennehy. John Caulfield's barking orders here in front of us. Dennehy gives it to Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor looking for McSweeney. Just puts it in there and Micheál Schlingerman claims. He's going to look to send it long again and does. Can he find his man? No, he can't. He finds Ross Gaynor, who gives it to Gary Buckley. Buckley back to Darren Dennehy, who's just in front of the Cork City box, who gives it to Dan Murray. Murray, the captain for Cork this evening, gives it to Stephen Beattie. First time we've seen him this evening. Beattie looking for Kevin O'Connor and finds him. O'Connor, ex-Waterford player, to Gaynor, who drills it into the box, but Drogheda managed to clear, and it is out for a throw-in to John Caulfield's side. Dennehy to Buckley, back to Dennehy. Dennehy, will he send it long? No, he will play around with it for a bit. Gives it to Gary Buckley. No, sorry, Gavin Houlihan. But a bit of confusion between Kevin O'Connor and Gavin Houlihan. Sees a goal for a Drogheda throw, which Gorman will take. Gorman throws it in. Gaynor wins it, and it is hoofed into the air by Robert Bailey. But Dan Murray clears to Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor to Gorman. Hits it long towards a Drogheda player who is Lloyd Buckley, but he loses it, and Gary Buckley comes away with it now. Buckley to McSweeney. Gives it to Stephen Beattie, but he falls. Can he get there? No, he can't, and it is out for another Cork City throw on the opposite side to us here this evening. Thrown in there by Beattie to Shepherd. Holds off the Drogheda man. Shepherd. And Drogheda win it back here now with Gorman. Blocked by Beattie, and is out for a Drogheda throw as the ball goes up into the stand. as we said there before we came, well, as I said, there's no one else here with me. As I said before we came to air, Drogheda are up just one place above Limerick, who were in last heading into this game. And this game could ultimately mean nothing for Cork City, as Dundalk come in the league this evening. Drogheda come away with it now. Miller wins it back though, and it's considered illegally done. Schlingerman will take this free kick just inside the Drogheda half. Won an All-Ireland, minor All-Ireland for Mayo, if I'm not mistaken. Probably am mistaken. Apologies. Schlingerman hits it long. But he hits it too long and it goes out for a goal kick to Cork City. Not the biggest crowd in the world here this evening in United Park. Maybe the fact that they're close town neighbours, Dundalk being on television with a chance of winning the league, and it's the easiest goal you will ever see. Wow, a poor bit of play there by Mark McNulty. It's taken off his toe by Keith Tracy, I believe, and it is 1-0 to Drogheda. Very, very, very poor there from McNulty. Should have done much better, but it is 1-0 to the Drogheda. To the Drogheda even. Still waiting for confirmation who that is. I think it was Keith Tracy, but that's probably not right. It was either Keith Tracy or Ger Pender. Great analysis there. Keith Tracy is confirmed as poor, very poor from Mark McNulty. Maybe the FAI Cup celebrations playing on him a small bit there, but he needs to pick up his confidence, or else this could be a long night for that travelling support in the stand beside us. It's gone out for a throw in to Cork City. Gaynor to Miller. Gaynor, it's it long for Carl Shepherd. Drogheda give it back to Michael Schlingerman. Schlingerman, it's it long for Michael Maxwini. Dan Murray, Gary Buckley, Darren Dennehy. The game has come into life now after that goal. Gaynor hits it for Kevin O'Connor. What can he do with it? O'Connor gets past his man, puts it into the box, but no one's there, and it will go out for a goal kick to Drogheda. Very, very, very poor goalkeeping by Mark McNulty. You can see he's a small bit devastated as he stands outside his box alone. But yeah. I'll update the score now as there is a break in play. And I'm pretty sure I'll get a message off Kev to say that it hasn't been updated, but anyway, fingers crossed. Schlingerman's goal kick goes out for a throw in to Cork on the opposite side here to us. Derry City are 2-0 up on Bray Wanderers. Didn't see their first goal, but there you go. McNulty manages to clear his lines this time towards Carl Shepherd. Gary Buckley comes away with it now, but Drogheda managed to clear only as far as Gavin Houlihan. Houlihan straight up in the air, but Gary Buckley has it. Buckley to Murray. Murray to Dennehy. Dennehy to Miller. Liam Miller, the ex-Manchester United man, gives it to Ross Gaynor, the ex-Millwall man. Gaynor surging forward here. Gaynor's inside the box. He has a shot. Great save by Schlingerman. Tipped over for the corner. That's why some of the clubs, League 1 and 2 clubs in England, are after him. Great save there by him. Really overselling it, but you know. I don't know if that's coming up as 1-0 for you on the score. If it's not, I apologise, but it is anyway. Gavin Houlihan will take this corner here now, just in front of us. Whips it in, but it's cleared by Drogheda. On his first, Kevin O'Connor, who gives it back to Hoolin. Hoolin, first time cross in, Shepherd's there! And it is 1-1. Just like that. This could be a great game. Really could be. Great ball in by Gavin Hoolin to find Carl Shepherd at the back post, who I didn't see the ball going into the back net as there's a big pillar in the way here. But it is 1-1. That's his first goal for the club since he signed his new contract, if I am not mistaken. And we go again. Drogheda, Keith Tracy has it, gives it to Michael Daly, but loses it. Kevin O'Connor has it now. O'Connor to Hoolin. Yeah. Gaynor puts it in, but Schlingerman claims. Dan Murray leaves it go to Mark McNulty. McNulty gives it to Michael McSweeney. And it hits off a Drogheda player on its way out, and it is a goal kick. Or throw in, sorry. Excuse me. Give you misinformation. Throw in has been taken, but I'm updating the score here. Yeah, we'll get back to this in a minute. Drogheda have a throw here now on the opposite side. Liam Miller comes away with the ball, gives it to Gary Buckley. Buckley to McSweeney. McSweeney to Murray. Murray to Miller. Miller to Dennehy. Ross Gaynor's going on a surging run here in front of us, but decides better of it. Dennehy. Intercepted, and Drogheda come away with it again. Robert Bailey has it now. Bailey gets the better of Murray. Looks for Ger Pender inside the box, but McNulty manages to claim this time. We wait for McNulty. It's a goal kick. I didn't see that going out of play. McNulty. It's it long, looking for Beattie. Beattie looking for Gavin Houlihan. Doesn't find him. Robert Bailey has it now. Bailey to the Drogheda defender here, which is Lloyd Buckley. McNulty manages to clear his lines just. McSweeney heads it on for Beattie. Beattie to Miller. Miller to Houlihan. To Gaynor. Gaynor to Gary Buckley. Buckley turns his man, gives it to Liam Miller, who gives it to Darren Dennehy, who looked to hit it long, and does. Looking for Carl Shepherd. Couldn't miss him with his boots. McDaly hits it straight up in the air looking for Ger Pender, but Darren Murray does the exact same thing, and McNulty claims. Nothing he could really do there, McNulty. Gorman beats Beattie to the header, and it is a throw-in to Cork. We'll come back to this at half time. McSweeney throws it in for Gavin Houlihan. Houlihan to McSweeney. To Murray. Murray to Buckley. Buckley to Murray. Murray. Excuse me. To Gaynor. Gaynor. Back to Murray. Cork City captain for this evening. Murray. To Beattie. Looks to flick it on for Beattie, but can't, unfortunately, as Drogheda come away with it, but to give it straight Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor. To Gaynor. Gaynor. Take on his man. Gaynor loses it. And Cork City win it back, but it's going to go out for a throw to the home side. It's just taken here now. Bailey hits it long. And Jerp Hender beats Darndenny to a header. But it's out for a throw in to Drogheda. Dennehy heads it on the throw to Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor hits it long, looking for Carl Shepherd. Can he find him? No, he can't. He finds the Drogheda man, but he slips. Gavin Houlihan comes away with it here now. Houlihan loses it. Great defending there by Drogheda. Sorry. Yeah, apologies. G. Tracy loses it to Liam Miller. Miller to Buckley. Buckley to Houlihan. Houlihan looking to give it to Gary Buckley. Does. Can't get around his man. Miller, can he win it back? Yes, he does. Wins it off. And another excellent Irish international in Keith Tracy, who gives it on to Carl Shepherd, but unfortunately Carl can't get there, and it's cleared by Martin Schlingerman. Schlingerman's kick just goes as far as McNulty. McNulty to Darren Dennehy. Dennehy to Ross Gaynor. Gaynor hits it long for Carl Shepherd. Can he get there? He looked offside to me, but it doesn't matter because Drogheda come away with the ball. Gavin Houlihan has it now. Houlihan to Gary Buckley, who winds up for a shot, but it's wide and high. Just as we're waiting for this goal kick to be taken, can I just say happy birthday to a friend of mine by the name of Aidan Holland, who had his birthday on Wednesday. I missed his thing in Captain America, so there you go, happy birthday. Very Unrebel Radio-esque, but anyway, I said I'd do it for him. Schlingerman hits it long to Dan Murray, but it is out for a Cork City throw in just inside their half. Gaynor will take. Gaynor still waiting for him to take this throw. Ross Gaynor to Gary Buckley. Robert Bailey hits it, but it goes back to the Drogheda defence. Gary Buckley heads it on. Buckley to O'Connor. O'Connor headed clear by the Drogheda defence, but back to O'Connor. Carl Shepherd has it here now inside the Cork City box, and he looked flicking into the goal but couldn't. Great save by Schlingerman. Robert Bailey comes away with it here now. Bailey gives it to Mark Hughes, blocked by Gary Buckley. Joe Gorman. Again, Cork City managed to clear. Gavin Houlihan. Houlihan, Tracy wins it back. Liam Miller has adjudged to fouled. Oh. Keith Tracy adjudged to foul Liam Miller. Free out. Miller looked to take it quickly, but Keith Tracy prevented him from doing so, and he takes it now. Gives it Mike McSweeney. McSweeney, teacher from Closh Colm. McSweeney. Great challenge there by Drogheda, and it goes out for a throw in. McSweeney. Beatty is bundled over just outside the box, but the referee has judged that to be a free kick. Not a free kick, sorry, a goal kick for Drogheda. I'll have a go at trying to fix the text as there is nothing happening. Anyway, Michael Schlingerman lines up the goal kick. And some of the Cork City players warm up here in front of us. Schlingerman hits it long. Dan Murray heads on. Keith Tracy gives it to Bailey, who gives it to Gorman. Gorman back to Tracy. Tracy looking for Joe Pender, finds him. Pender's pass, and McNulty manages to claim it. McNulty. Manuel McNulty in many respects after that little blunder. Gives it to Darren Dennehy. Gives it to Dan Murray. Gives it back to Darren Dennehy. To Ross Gaynor. Gaynor. Back to Dennehy. Back to McNulty. McNulty to Dan Murray. Murray hits it long, looking for Stephen Beattie. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Beattie tried to hit it in first time, but no one was there, and Drogheda managed to clear. Liam Miller has it now. Liam Miller won it back, has it, gives to Dan Murray. Dan Murray back to Mark McNulty. Mark McNulty to Darren Dennehy. Dennehy to Ross Gaynor. Gaynor takes on his man, gives it to Gary Buckley. Buckley to Houlihan. Houlihan to Buckley. Buckley to Gaynor. Gaynor to Buckley. Back to Gaynor. Gaynor drives on. Gaynor gives it to Gavin Houlihan. Gavin Houlihan has a shot, but it's deflected and it's going to go out for another Cork City corner. And you can hear John F. Kennedy from anywhere. That man has an iron lung in a good way. Kevin O'Connor will take this corner. O'Connor here now. You wait for this to be taken. O'Connor looking for Darren Dennehy at the back post, finds him, but it's going to go out for another Cork City corner, which Gavin Houlihan will take again on the opposite side. Let's have a look and see, is there any other scores? Limerick are beating Galway and Bohemians are beating St. Pat's, and as I said before, Derry are 2-0 up. Bray Wanderers, Gavin Houlihan's cross is claimed by Michael Schlingerman. Half German, half Irish. Schlingerman. Schlingerman hits it long. Looking for Pender. Can he find him? Poor touch by Pender. Gives it to Gavin Houlihan. Houlihan to Miller. Miller to O'Connor. O'Connor to Beattie. Beattie to Houlihan. Houlihan hits it long, looking for Carl Shepherd. Can he find him? It's going to go out for another Cork City corner, is it? Yes, it is indeed. Kevin O'Connor, the man who took the last one on this side, the opposite side to us here. Yep. Kevin O'Connor will take. The big men are up from the back, Darren Dennehy and Michael McSweeney. It's hit in, but it's cleared again, only it's back out to Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor puts it back in, and it's cleared again, only as far as Gavin Houlihan though. But he loses it, and Drogheda managed to clear properly this time. Ross Gaynor puts it back where it came from. Mike Daly, great bit of skill there by Drogheda, and it is Mark Hughes who comes away with it. Gives it to Bailey. Bailey, challenged by Ross Gaynor, and it's out for a throw in to the home side, which Bailey looks to take. He doesn't actually. He leaves it for number 21, who is not on the team sheet, which is absolutely brilliant. I'll have a look at my little notes. It's thrown in here now anyway, but Ross Gaynor manages to, well, sorry, he loses it, hits off his face, and it goes out for a throw in to Cork City. There's no number 12 on the team sheet, on the pitch. And there's a number 21 on the pitch, so I imagine that's Lloyd Buckley. They just got the numbers mixed up. I don't know. Hashtag greatest league in the world. Michael McSweeney goes out for a throw into Cork City. McSweeney to Miller. Miller to Denny. Back to Miller. To McSweeney. To Houlihan. Back to McSweeney, but Beattie gets there first. Beattie gives it to Miller. Miller to Buckley. Buckley to Miller. Dennehy. Ross Gaynor has it now. Gaynor beats his man. Gets round one. Can he get around two? He looks to do. Yes, he does. Robert Bailey brings him down though eventually. Bailey. And Drogheda are playing with it, around with it now at the back. Schlingerman hits it long, but only as far as Gary Buckley. It's not even as far as Gary Buckley, it's as far as Mark Hinslow in the Drogheda dugout. That's a line. That's a throw in. Gainer to Buckley. Buckley to Dennehy. Darren Dennehy. Brother Billy Dennehy. He's on the bench. Dennehy to Buckley. To Murray. Dan Murray comes forward with it now, gives it to Stephen Beatty. Beatty looking for Carl Shepherd but loses it to Jar Gorman. Gorman hits it back to Schlingerman and hits it forward. Looking for Jarpender, but Darren Dennehy gets there first. Dennehy to Murray. To Miller. To Gaynor. Gaynor looking for Kevin O'Connor. Can he find him? He can't, because Carl Shepherd is adjudged to have fouled Alan Byrne, and it's a free out to Drogheda. Michael Schlingerman in his luminous orange kit. You cannot miss him. So you wait. Our referee this evening, before I forget, is Ray Matthews. Schlingerman hits it long, looking for Jarpender, but only finds Darren Dennehy. To Miller. To Beatty. Can he find Houlihan? No, he can't. As Gorman clears. Only as far as Dan Murray though. Murray hits it long to Stephen Beatty, but it is cleared by Robert O'Reilly, and it is out for a throw in to Cork City, just in the halfway line here now, which Michael McSweeney will take to Ross Gaynor. It's off Drogheda player, and it's out for another Cork City throw. McSweeney will take this one again. McSweeney to Buckley, back to McSweeney, but he loses it, and it is Mark Hughes who will take this throw. Thrown in to Keith Tracy, to O'Gorman, who hits it long, but Darren Dennehy's there to clean up. Gives it to Gary Buckley, to Liam Miller. Miller to Denny, or Murray, sorry. Murray. Hits it for Carl Shepherd, who gives it to Stephen Beatty, but he is intercepted by Joe Gorman, and it is cleared once again for Dan Murray to throw it back in. Liam Miller. Back to Dan Murray. Murray. To ex-Manchester United player Liam Miller, back to Matt Nulty, forward even to Darren Dennehy. Dennehy to Ross Gaynor. Ross Gaynor. This is all stomping around the course. Gives it back to Matt Nulty. Matt Nulty to Dan Murray. This is just Cork City just passing it around the back now, Barcelona-esque. Darren Dennehy hits a long ball, but it is cleared, but Liam Miller has it once more. Miller advances forward, looking for Carl Shepherd. Can he find him? Yes, he does. Shepherd. Looks to do a bit of skill, but it is out for another Cork City throw-in, just inside the, just outside the Limerick box. Limerick, Drogheda, excuse me. Anyway, Ross Gaynor to Gavin Houlihan. To Kevin O'Connor. It's cleared, only as far as Mark Hughes, and the ball finds its way back to Gary Buckley, back to Liam Miller, to Dan Murray. To Michael McSweeney. Joe Gorman has it here now. Gives it back to Mark Hughes. Hughes, just to the halfway line now here for Drogheda. Hughes. And Keith Tracy looks for Adam Whelan, but Matt McNulty's there and throws it straight out to Ross Gaynor. To Gary Buckley. Hits it long, looking for Kevin O'Connor, finds him. He will look to take on his man now, and he will surely do it. Kevin O'Connor's inside the box. O'Connor, back to Buckley. Buckley to Gaynor. Gaynor to Liam Miller, who's in space. Miller threads the ball through to Stephen Beatty, but Beatty cannot take shot, unfortunately. If you're a Cork City fan, if you're a Drogheda fan, you're counting your lucky stars, as it goes out for a goal kick to Drogheda. Apologies if I'm a bit sniffly, by the way. It's very, very cold up here. Well, it's not very cold, but you know, Cork's warmer. Sugar. It's it long. Looking for a Drogheda player, but only as far as Gary Buckley. To Mark McNulty. To Darren Dennehy. He'll come forward with it, but he gives it to Dan Murray. He gives it to Stephen Beattie, who gives it to Gary Buckley, but Beattie is judged to be fouled. Liam Miller looks to take this free kick quickly, does give it to Stephen Beattie. Running into the box, gives it to Kevin O'Connor. Hits it off Lloyd Buckley, and it is out for a Cork City corner kick. Yes. Gavin Hoonan will take this once more. Houlihan puts it in there. Can he find a man in green? No, he can't. Schlingerman claims straight out of the air. Schlingerman will send it long once more. Schlingerman does hit it long. Can he find a man in a Drogheda shirt? No, he can't. Looks for Jorpender, but Dan Murray heads it back to McNulty. Michael McSweeney. Still Michael McSweeney has it now as he advances forward to the Drogheda box. McSweeney. It's cleared. Keith Tracy has it now for Drogheda. Keith Tracy is fouled by Ross Gaynor. And is he going to get a card? The referee is certainly calling him back anyway. He's not reaching for a pocket. I think he's just going to be talking to. And Ross Gaynor goes back into his position. Michael Schlingerman will hit this free kick for Drogheda, just outside his own box. Schlingerman. Long again from Schlingerman. Looking for Keith Tracy, but Ross Gaynor heads it away for a Drogheda throw in. Can't see who's taking it because there's people in the way. But I can assure you it is Drogheda, and I believe it is Lloyd Buckley. It is indeed Buckley. Gives it to Jorpender, but it hits off Pender's shoulder and goes out for a goal kick for Mark McNulty to take. As I said before, it's a very small crowd here in United Park, and apologies if I call it Hunky Dory Park at any point during this game, because that's what it used to be called. Gavin Houlihan, his shot hits off Alan Byrne, only as far as Gary Buckley to Ross Gaynor to Houlihan loses it to Alan Byrne, looks to set away Drogheda, does. Pender has it now just inside the Cork City half. Pender brought down by Dan Murray, and it is a free kick from the spot that Dan Murray tried down Pender, and it's going to be a yellow card for the Cork City captain. Drogheda fans are chanting something that I'm sure is unrepeatable, so apologies if you can hear it. Robert O'Reilly will take this free kick for the Drogs. For really the only loud cloud we're talking about. Slided at Dundalk there, if you didn't quite get that. That may come back to bite me yet, but I'm willing to hedge my bets. Ball is put into the box here now by Bailey. Cleared by Buckley. Houlihan does the job. Back to Bailey, who looks to put it back into the box. Can he? Dan Murray manages to clear it up. And it is out for another Drogheda throw here. Apologies, Joe Gorman. His pass is intercepted by Michael McSweeney, who has it now. And it is Beattie who is taken down just inside the Cork City half. He throws a bit of a tantrum I think it's going to be a yellow card for the Drogheda man, which it is going to be, Robert O'Reilly. As we await for Dan Murray to take this free kick. Apologies, Dan Murray is not going to take this free kick. He's going to leave it for Mark McNulty. Mark McNulty. Hits it long. Looking for Carl Shepherd, who flicks it on for Stephen Beattie. Can he get there? No, he can't. Schlingman does well to hold on. Schlingerman struts towards the edge of the box. He'll look to hit it along again as he does that. Keith Tracy leaves the ball go past him, thinking there was a Drogheda man behind him, but it wasn't. It was actually Ross Gaynor. Gaynor hits it along for Carl Shepherd, but he loses it to Bailey. Bailey to Hughes. Schlingerman to Byrne. Byrne hits it long. And Pender to Hughes. Liam Miller intercepts the ball off Pender, but Pender wins it back. Tracy puts it in the box looking for a Drogheda man, but he is offside. Don't worry about it. He's offside. Mark McNulty will take this resulting free kick. He'll send it long and once more. No, he doesn't actually. He sends it short to Dan Murray. Murray. To Max Sweeney. Max Sweeney driving forward. Can he get past Keith Tracy? Yes, he can. Gives it to Stephen Beattie. Back to Max Sweeney. But it goes back towards Dan Murray. Murray. Gives it to Gavin Houlihan. Houlihan. Gives it to Liam Miller. To Houlihan. Houlihan. To Carl Shepherd. Shepherd. Cheeky backheel for Stephen Beattie to get onto, but doesn't. And Joe Gorman clears. Dan Murray intercepts it though, slips, but manages to regain possession. Carl Shepherd. Shepherd now driving towards the Drogheda box, hits off a Drogheda player again, and it is out for a corner to the away side. Kevin O'Connor looks to be taking it again, and he does, because he's heading out towards the corner there. Still no goals in the Shamrock Rovers Dundalk game, which could see the Dundalk side win the league. O'Connor puts the ball into the middle. Darren Dennehy even. Is it? No, it's not. It's another corner for Cork City. Gavin Houlihan will take this one once more. Houlihan to Gaynor. Gaynor hits it into the box, and Darren Dennehy tries an audacious bicycle kick attempt, but it goes wide and out for a goal kick to Drogheda for Schlingerman to take once more. Mark Kinsella, who is the Drogheda manager, was pictured at the start of the season holding a Cork City scarf for a promotion for a well-known pub, I believe, in the city. Cork City, not Louth City. If Louth does have a city, I don't know. Apologies to the people of Louth. I don't know the geographical dimensions of Louth. Anyway, Schlingerman hits it long. Look for Pender. Dan Murray heads it to Kevin O'Connor and gives it to Gavin Houlihan. Houlihan looks to set Shepherd away. It's blocked though and comes back to him. Houlihan to Miller. Miller to Beattie. Beattie just inside the Drogheda box here now, and his attempted cross is cleared. Max Sweeney will take this throw in, resulting from the clearance. Max Sweeney. Looking for Gavin Houlihan, but it is cleared once more. Dan Murray tries to clear, but he hits nothing but air. Excuse me. Mark McNulty hasn't known yet. It's Denny to Ross Gaynor. Looks for Kevin O'Connor. Can he find him? He can't, but it is going to go out for a throw-in to Cork City, which Ross Gaynor will take just by the corner flag here now. We're approaching half-time. Gaynor to O'Connor. Gaynor tries to get it back, but he slips. O'Connor. It's a free out to Drogheda after a bit of argy-bargies. I apologise if I'm not describing things down to a T. It's just the press box kind of area in Drogheda. Not great, there's a big bar in the way. I cannot see that much. But anyway, Schlingerman will take this. Is it long? Only as far as Ross Gaynor though, and it goes out for a throw-in, which Alan Byrne will take. Ball is thrown in here now, looking for Keith Tracy. Can we find him? No, he only finds Ross Gaynor, and he doesn't manage to prevent the throw-in, which goes into the away section. Keith Tracy. Excuse me, I thought he was going to take that, but he doesn't. Buckley gives it to Jarpender, who gives it back to Kevin O'Connor. Now, Byrne heads it forward and out for a throw-in to Cork City, which Gaynor will take. Gaynor to Darren Denny. Denny to Mark McNulty, who hits it long. Can he find Gavin Hoolin? No, he doesn't. But Gary Buckley comes away with it now anyway. Buckley to O'Connor. O'Connor somehow manages to come away with it, but loses it anyway to Keith Tracy, who loses it to Ross Gaynor. Gaynor takes on one, takes on two. Gaynor, Lionel Messi in disguise, looking for Stephen Beattie. Sorry, apologies, Michael Masvini, but Drogheda managed to clear, and it is a corner for the away side. And Kevin O'Connor will take this one yet again. Johnny C looking to send a man forward from the back. Liam Miller and Ross Gaynor are the only two left to defend for Cork City if there is a breakaway. Kevin O'Connor puts this one in, and Gary Buckley, can he get there? No, he can't. He slips, and Drogheda managed to come away with it. And Bailey, advances forward with it, but Mark McNulty claims. McNulty gives it to Liam Miller. More on a centre-back position this evening. Miller to Dennehy. Dennehy to O'Connor. O'Connor to Gaynor. Gaynor looks for Kevin O'Connor. Can't find him as Byrne clears it high into the air. Into the loud sky. Alan Byrne. One added minute at the end of the half as Keith Tracy dispossesses Ross Gaynor here now. Jarpender is adjudged offside, and it will be a free out to Cork City. Mark McNulty will take. McNulty hits it forward, looking for Carl Shepherd. Just can't find him. Keith Tracy heads it on, only as far as Gary Buckley. Buckley to Gaynor. Gaynor does a little jig and gets past Keith Tracy. Gives it to Gavin Hoolin. Gavin gives it to Carl Shepherd, but loses it to Mark Hughes. Hughes to O'Gorman, I believe that is, but he is intercepted by Michael McSweeney. And that is the end of the half. Well, not the best of games. Quite boring, to be honest with you. Nothing's really happened since those two goals went in. Let's give a check on the scores from the rest of the league. It's great. Shamrock Rovers and Dundalk, the big game this evening. is still 0, which means Dundalk may have to hold on a while yet before they are claimed as champions. Limerick are 1-0 up on fellow strugglers Galway United. Of course, this is 1-1. And Derry City are 2-0 up against Bray Wanderers. And Bohemians are 1-0 up on St Patrick's Athletic in that Dublin derby there. Again, not the best of halves. After the 2 goals went in, nothing else really happened since. Let's just hope that the second half is a bit better, just so I have something worthwhile to say. And yeah, we'll see you for the second half. You're very welcome back to this second half. If you're just joining us, welcome. If you're not, if you're coming back, this number 12. And who's number 21? Who's number 21?
That's supposed to be 12, I think.
Yeah.
He's wearing 21.
That's it. Substitution. Ger Pender is coming off and Lee Duffy is coming on. Cork City are merging onto the pitch here now. I'd like to thank Drogheda for the half-time tea. Lovely. And no changes. No changes for Cork, I believe. None. So as you were for Cork then. Yep. They're just awaiting for kickoff. The great escape looks to be on for Limerick as they are currently 1-0 up against fellow strugglers Galway United. We're off. Ross Gaynor has it now straight from kickoff. Gaynor hits it long looking for Stephen Beattie but can't find him as Mr. Joe Gorman hits it out for a throw in. Rovers are scoring. 1-0 Rovers. Very good. Gary Buckley gives it to Gavin Houlihan, loses it to Alan Byrne and looks for Keith Tracy, but he might as well have been looking up for me in the press box as he cannot find him. Michael McSweeney invades the stroke. Cork are attacking from left to right, but Drogheda attacking the other way obviously. Not attacking the other ball. Another throw in here for Cork City. Michael McSweeney will take this one again. McSweeney to Buckley. Buckley to McSweeney. McSweeney. And the actual number 12 wins it back. Lee Duffy. Lee Duffy overruns it and it is a throw in to Cork City just outside their box. As the Drogheda fans find their voice again. Famous 45 ultras. Now Drogheda's ultras. Did not know that, but there you go anyway. It's because there's 45 of them. Anyway. Throw in again for Cork City. Michael McSweeney. McSweeney. Towards Joe Gorman. Apologies. Owning as far as Dan Murray, who gives it to Darren Dennehy. Dennehy does a little fancy flick, gets around his man, gives it back to Dan Murray. Murray to Miller. Miller. Back to Dennehy. Dennehy. Missing his older brother Billy, I imagine. Gives it to Gary. Buckley. Back to Dennehy. Back to McNulty. McNulty. But the team went down the wrong way, I apologise. McSweeney. And Drogheda come away with it now again. Lee Duffy. Looking for Keith Tracy. Doesn't find him, but finds Joe Gorman. Keith Tracy has it eventually. Gives it to Lee Duffy. Gorman. Challenged by Beattie. Beattie looks to break. Stephen Beattie is challenged and it is a free in to Cork City. And Gavin Houlihan looks to be taking this one. If I'm not sorely mistaken. Ross Gainer's after placing it down again, so Ross has at John Caulfield's tells Gavin Houlihan to go over to the edge. Ross Gaynor will take. Gaynor whips it in. It's cleared just as far as Lee Duffy, but Liam Miller gives it a push in the back and Ross Gaynor comes away with it. Gaynor to Gavin Houlihan. Houlihan. Keith Tracy comes away with it, but he loses to McSweeney. McSweeney looks to go around his man, but still gets around him. Looks to get around his man and still gets around him. That's great English. Michael Schlingerman cannot prevent it though for going out to a corner kick for the away side, which once again Kevin O'Connor will take. To be fair, United Park is a fairly dilapidated looking ground. Not that Turner's Cross isn't exactly Old Trafford either, but you know. Kevin O'Connor will take this. O'Connor whips it in, but Micheál Schlingerman is equal to it. Schlingy-wingy, as the kids call him. Drogheda break. Drogheda still have it somehow. Gary Buckley is adjudged to have fouled the Drogheda man. Will he get a booking? Lloyd Buckley? Gary Buckley will get a booking indeed. Second Cork City player to be booked this evening. As Mark O'Sullivan takes his place in the stand just in front of us. I was talking to him the day of the Derry match. I asked him what was wrong with him and he said nothing, so I have no clue why he's up there. But anyway, Marky does what he wants. Keith Tracy will take this if I am mistaken. Well, it is Adam Whelan who will take this for the home side. Whelan puts it in, but Matt Nulty is equal to it. It's it long. Can he find Beattie or Shepherd? No, he can't. Drogheda managed to clear. Only as far as Kevin O'Connor. Already has one goal to his name this season. And that was against St. Pat's in the cup. Oh, sorry, the league. Keith Tracy. Bundled over by Stephen Beattie, but nothing's wrong with it. Stephen Beattie gives it to Carl Shepherd. Can he double his tally for this evening? No, he can't. Straight at Michael Schlingerman. And it is put out of play as there's a Drogheda player down. Schlingerman obviously has no concern for the stand as he wallops the ball off it. The winner of the raffle hasn't claimed his ticket, so if you're listening, ticket number 55 will be 50 quid richer if you have a ticket with the number 55 in it. For Drogheda United. Really tell you nothing happening as one of the Drogheda players is down. Just looking at Michael Schlingerman there now, it brings me to the attention that with Cork City being in the FAI 4 Cup final next month, Michael Schlingerman has played in 4 finals, lost 3. He lost the Setanta Cup in 2012, the AA Sports Cup and the FAI Ford Cup, which was the Ford Cup at the time. It's now the Irish Dairy Mail Cup in 2013, and he won the 2012 EA Sports Cup against Drogheda United, I believe it is. Alan Bennett just passes us there and gives GUF. I couldn't see who was down the whole time, and it is, drum roll please, Adam Whelan, who got to the side of the pitch. Nothing's really happening. Michael Schlingy-wingy, as he is affectionately known by me, is receiving a bit of treatment on his ankle. I think it was just tape was a bit loose for old Schlingerman. Drogheda fans making a bit of noise this evening. Ball's thrown in. Michael McSweeney gives it to Stephen Beattie, who gives it back to Schlingerman. Schlingy-wingy as I'm going to call him for the rest of the game. Schlingerman, it's it long. Gaynor heads it forward, and it is out for a throw in to the home side. Lee Duffy. Apologies. Joe Gorman will take this. Gorman. Ross Gaynor looks to clear, but it doesn't connect with it properly, and it is out for another Drogheda throw just inside the box. And the only score that's changed since I last brought you a score update. The Shamrock Rovers are 1-0 up on Dundalk, so that is good news for everyone here in Drogheda. So I imagine not a single person in this ground is a big fan of Dundalk. Anyway, play carries on. Lee Duffy, great touch by him, but he's adjourned to be offside. Mark McNulty will take this free kick. There was anything free kick from Mr. Duffy being offside. Is it long? As per normal. Carl Shepherd flicks it on and hits off the post. Well, nearly 2 calamities here this evening. A real comedy of errors there. Carl Shepherd's header was flicked on, hit off the head of Joe Gorman, I believe, and very, very nearly crept into the bottom corner of Michael Schlingerman's net as he was caught off guard. Very nearly 2-1 to the away side, but Drogheda, it is not. Darren Dennehy clears it. The ball goes over the stand and a new ball is brought on to the playing field. Now so. To be thrown in. The Drogheda man just outside the halfway line. Looks for Lee Duffy, finds him, but Ross Gaynor is there to clear. Only as far as Alan Byrne, but Michael McSweeney wins it and loses it again. Can he find Keith Tracy? Yes, he does. Tracy. Shot by Mark Hughes. Not the Stoke City manager. Saved by Michael McSweeney. Mark McNulty. Jesus, my brain is gone today. Darren Dennehy, Liam Miller to Dennehy. Dennehy. It's it forward for Carl Shepherd. Can't get a touch on it. Drogheda managed to clear. And Mark Hughes gives it to another Drogheda player, but it goes out for a throw in to the County Louth side. Which we are awaiting to be taken. Drogheda fans have found their voice eventually. Good for them. Ross Gaynor clears. Only Talon Byrne. And Mark Hughes hits it on for Lee Duffy. Duffy. Great challenge by Darren Dennehy, but it only goes as far as Joe Gorman. Gorman whips it into the middle, but Mark McNulty's there to claim. McNulty hits it long. Can he find Joe Gorman? Yes, he can, but only finds Carl Shepherd. Gives it to Stephen Beattie. Flicks it over his man. Gives it to Mr. Kevin O'Connor, I believe, but he is judged to be offside. Schlingerman will take this well-earned free kick for Drogheda. Schlingerman. We await for the ex-Athlone, Sligo, Monaghan and Mayo Minor football goalkeeper to take the free kick, which he does. Only as far as Ross Gaynor. Oh, Gaynor hits it long. Looks to find his man, but only finds the ever-present Michael Daly. Whips in. Oh, McNulty with another scramble, but Cork City managed to clear through Michael McSweeney. Surely give Drogheda a bit of confidence. Gavin Houlihan comes away with it. Houlihan to Miller. Miller to Gavin Houlihan. Houlihan looks for Steve Biddy, but it's intercepted. McNulty has been very, very shaky this game, but Gary Buckley wins back possession. Buckley just outside the box now. Buckley gives it to Stephen Beattie. What can he do with it? Beattie runs into the box, gives it out to Liam Miller. Miller looks to put it into for the back post, but he's offside. Gavin Houlihan has a shot, but Michael Schlingerman claims it anyway, even though he didn't mean to. Schlingerman will hit it long once more. Lee Shingerman. It's it long. Dan Murray wins the header, and it is out for a throw in to Drogheda, which Lloyd Buckley will take. Buckley throws it in eventually. Looks for another Drogheda player, but loses it. You can't really see what's going on because that's in a corner, which is blocked off by a massive pole. Ross Gaynor, I believe, manages to clear, finds Carl Shepherd. Shepherd whips it in. Can he find Beattie? Finds Schlingerman. Not who he was looking for, I imagine. Schlingerman looks to set away Keith Tracy, but Dan Murray is there. Murray gives it to Miller. Miller gives it to Buckley. Buckley gives it to Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor finds his way into the box, but it's blocked by Lloyd Buckley, and it is out for the throw in. There you go. Ross Gaynor will take this. Gaynor. Gives it to Kevin O'Connor, who gives it to Liam Miller, who gives it to Gavin Houlihan. Adored by these Drogheda fans. Gives it to Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor gives it to Gaynor. Gaynor, can he get around his man? No, he can't. Drogheda win it back. Lee Duffy is on the ball now. Duffy. He has Keith Tracy running in front of him. Keith Tracy might as well have not bothered as he gives it to Mark Hughes. And what a save by Mark McNulty. Hughes tries his luck. Michael Daly, apologies, tries his luck from distance, but Mark McNulty is up to the task of tipping it over for a corner kick. And after some blunders in this match, I'm very surprised that one of the most consistent goalkeepers in the league has made a very decent save. Keith Tracy, the ex-Burnley player, will take this corner kick. He also has 6 caps for the Republic of Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. Tracy. There's a bit of argy-bargy in the box between Dan Murray and about 5 Drogheda players. They're on a bit of a nut cluster, but Darren Dennehy manages to clear. Only tries Robert Bailey. Bailey advances into the box, looks at shit Matt McNulty, but McNulty is up to the task once again. And Keith Tracy, as I just said, the ex-Blackburn, hold on, I have it written down here, the ex-Blackburn, Preston, Burnley and Barnsley player will take this corner kick. Some more argy-bargy in the box, but this time it's really just between Dan Murray and Kevin O'Connor, which isn't really what you want to see. They're not fighting around, they're just got in each other's way. Anyway, Keith Tracy puts it in. Dan Denny clears. Please judge me fouled. Don't know why. And neither does this fella in front of me who's going ballistic. Anyway, Mark McNulty gives it to Darren Denny. Don't know what the assistant signaling for there. Does he want to take it again? Looks like he does. Dan Murray's giving him near field anyway. He ought to be careful, he's already booked. Mark McNulty. It's a lot for Carl Shepherd, but he can't get there. The ex-Shamrock Rovers Reading and Acton Stanley man, Michael McSweeney. Sweeney to Gavin Houlihan. And it is a throw in to Cork City. McSweeney is very consistent whenever he's playing for Cork City, to be fair to him. Ex-Merview and UCC man. Stephen Beattie to Gavin Houlihan, but his touch is poor, it gives it away to Lloyd Buckley, who looks for Lee Duffy, but Darren Dennehy intercepts. Robert Bailey has it here now, just by the halfway line, but he is challenged by Gary Buckley, who gives it to Liam Miller, who gives it to Michael McSweeney. McSweeney back to Buckley. Buckley to Mr. Rossi G, Ross Gaynor. Back to Liam Miller. Miller to Buckley. Buckley cannot find Stephen Beattie, and it is cleared. Bailey to, don't know who that is, but Lee Duffy tried to get there and couldn't. Something must have gone in the back of his leg, but you know. Gavin Houlihan looks to find Carl Shepherd, doesn't. Can his ball find Stephen Beattie? No. Drogheda managed to clear. And Lee Duffy looks to turn Dan Murray, but you'd want to be something special to do that. Carl Shepherd hits off his shoulder. Drogheda managed to clear. Lloyd Buckley gives it to Lee Duffy. Lee Duffy. Just look down on my monitor here now. 1-on the Galway game. 3-1 between Derry and Bray. 2-0 between Bohemians and St. Patrick's Athletic. And it's still 1-0 in Shamrock Rovers and Dundalk. So, there you go. Like Shamrock Rovers. Lloyd Buckley will take this throw in. Buckley looks for Lee Duffy, but it hits off him, goes out for a goal kick. Ex-Ballincollig striker Mark McNulty will take the goal kick for Cork City. Began his youth career as a striker, was converted to a goalkeeper by Cove Ramblers, and look at him now. Gary Buckley, very odd ball back to Mark McNulty, but he managed to clear despite some Drogheda pressure. Mark Kinsella is proclaiming that it is a Drogheda ball, but it's not. Sorry, Mark. Michael McSweeney throws it into Dan Murray. Dan Murray gives it to Kevin O'Connor. Finds Ross Gaynor. Ross Gaynor, ex-Millwall player. Ross Gaynor's had quite a few clubs as the ball goes out for a corner kick. Let's just see now on my little book of tricks. He's played for Millwall, Cove Ramblers, Drogheda, the other Louth club, Dundalk, Sligo, and Sporting Fingal. And he won the FAI Cup with Sligo in 2013. So is that a good omen for Cork City? Awfully. Anyway, ball's whipped in by Gavin Houlihan. Stephen Beattie has a shot. Can they turn it in? No, they can't. As John O'Flynn and Billy Dennehy are ready to come on just in front of me. Or William Dennehy, as his actual christened name. The ball's gone out of play for a Drogheda throw, so maybe those substitutions can be made now, can they? No. Bailey to Michael Daly. Straight to Michael McSweeney. McSweeney to Darren Dennehy, the brother of Billy. Gavin Houlihan to Kevin O'Connor, I believe that is. Very far away. Cannot see him. A big pole in the way. Liam Miller. Darren Dennehy. Darren Dennehy to Ross Gaynor. Gives it back to Mark McNulty, who's had a few shocking moments, but you know, we all do. Mark McNulty hits it long. Carl Shepherd flicks it on, but Schlingerman is equal to it. Schlingerman. John Coffey just got a lecture there from someone, I don't know who it was. And as it goes out, and those substitutions will now be made. Carl Shepherd, the goal scorer this evening, is coming off in place of John O'Flynn, a man who only scores against Derry. So, you know, have fun with that, John. And Ross Gaynor, who had a very solid game for Cork City tonight, is coming off in place of Mr. William Dennehy, Kerry Sports Person of the Year for 2014, along with his brother Darren.
For Cork City, number 9, John O'Flynn, number 20, Billy Dennehy, replace number 11.
as the two boys make their way onto the pitch. Drogheda have a throw in with Mr. Lloyd Buckley. Buckley looks to find the actual number 12, Lee Duffy. See, it's very confusing. If I say the actual number 12, there's two number 12s. Lloyd Buckley's number 21, they just got his numbers mixed up. So if I get to do them confused at any stage throughout the remainder of the game, my deepest apologies. Dan Murray has it now. Murray. It's it long for Billy Dennehy. Can he get there? Just about. Dennehy. Walloped by Adam Whelan, and it goes out for a throw-in. Which Kevin O'Connor will take. There's two balls on the pitch. Gary Buckley boots one. And it came inches away from hitting Mark Insley in the face, which would have livened up this game some tiny bit. Another throw-in for Cork City. (2-1) in the Limerick game. To Limerick. Don't know who scored. So if you have Limerick on an accumulator, not that we condone betting here at Rebel Radio, but you know, it's a thing that happens. Lloyd Buckley throws it in. Gives it to Lee Duffy. Duffy is taken down by Gary Buckley, but nothing comes of it. Stephen Beattie looks for Michael McSweeney, but he's not there. So Joe Gorman has it. Stephen Beattie loses it as the Drogs manage to clear. Dan Murray gives it to Darren Dennehy. Gives it to Gary Buckley, who leads it for Liam Miller. Stephen Beattie. Gary Buckley's attempted pass is blocked, and Robert Bailey nutmegs Liam Miller, and that's the end of that. As Dan Murray comes away with it, does a little cheeky flick of his own, gives it to Liam Miller, who does a Liam Miller-esque ball roll, who gives it to Michael McSweeney. McSweeney to Beattie, but Robert Bailey manages to put it out for a throw-in to the away side. Apologise if this sounds boring, because it is. Liam Miller on the ball now to Gary Buckley, to Billy Dennehy. Dennehy to Gavin Houlihan. Houlihan hits it off a Drogheda player, which is Keith Duffy, and it is out for a throw. Michael McSweeney will take, gives it to Andrea Miller, but he loses it, and Robert Bailey just hoofs it for Mark McNulty to take it. Gives it Kevin O'Connor, who dropped back to allow Liam Miller, or not Liam Miller, Billy Dennehy to play in his natural winger role. Kevin O'Connor gives it to Dan Murray. Murray hits it long for Billy Dennehy. Can he get there? Yes. Billy Dennehy hits a first time cross for John O'Flynn, but his pace is gone like the wind, and it is out for a corner kick. Gavin Houlihan will take. Surprised Billy hasn't cribbed and wanted to take it, but those are my opinions, obviously, not the opinions of Rebel Radio. Sorry if they offended. I'm not really, but you know. Anyway, Houlihan. Gary Buckley with the header, but it goes wide for Michael Schlimm, who looks to take it quickly, but doesn't, because that would have been silly. Anyway, yeah, it's been a very poor game this second half. Since Carl Shepherd's goal went in, really, there's been nothing much to note other than Martin McNulty's little blunder, and nothing came of that. Lloyd Buckley clears for Drogheda, only as far as Darren Dennehy. Lee Duffy is offside. He didn't look it, but you know, he is. Mark McNulty gives it to Dan Murray. Dan Murray looks for John O'Flynn, but once again he might as well be looking for me up in the press box, as Michael Schlingerman claims. Scores still remain the same in the other matches, as you can see on the screen, if you're even paying attention to the screen. Keith Duffy has it now. Duffy gives it to Alan Byrne, who gives it to Lloyd Buckley. It's out for a throw in though, as his attempted pass trickles over the line. Kevin O'Connor gives it to Darren Dennehy. Dennehy to Buckley. Buckley to Michael McSweeney, but he loses it to Keith Tracy, the former Irish international. John O'Flynn has seemed to have found some pace, which is lovely, and it is a throw in to Cork City. Maybe it could be the John O'Flynn of 2005, but it's more than likely not going to be. Michael McSweeney gives it to Stephen Beattie. Stephen Beattie gives it to John O'Flynn, who gives it back to Stephen Beattie. Beattie gives it to Michael McSweeney, who gives it to Gary Buckley, who lofts it forward for Gavin Houlihan, but is going to go out for a goal kick, and it looks like Tiernan Mulvanna is going to come on for Drogheda in place of whom? We wait and see. Tiernan Mulvanna is coming on for Adam Whelan, who went down earlier in the half due to an injury, so he's coming off now. Tiernan Mulvanna, the former Dundalk and Cliftonville player, who actually won the first division with Dundalk back in 2008. So there you are. And Mr. Adam Whelan, the ex-Shamrock Rovers B and UCD player, made 16 appearances for Shamrock Rovers B last season in the first division. Well, it's very much kind of a first division based team. Gary Buckley looks for apologies, Keith Tracy has it now. Gives it to Joe Gorman, who gives it to Lee Duffy, but his shot is deflected. It looked like it went into the back of the net, but it hit the back of the net alright, but just the wrong side. Mark McNulty gives it to Darren Dennehy, gives it to Gary Buckley, gives it to Darren Dennehy again. Not long left to go in this match, thankfully. Darren Dennehy, Mark McNulty, to Dan Murray, the captain. Murray, back to McNulty, who gives it to Darren Dennehy. Darren Dennehy hits it long, looking for Steve Beattie, but it is cleared by Joe Gorman. Gorman to Buckley. Buckley to McSweeney. McSweeney is challenged by Keith Tracy, and it is. It looks like it's going to go out for Cork City throw-in, which Darren Murray will take. Michael McSweeney leaves it for the Drogheda man. Lee Duffy has it now. Duffy to Bailey. Bailey gets around Michael McSweeney with some sort of ease, but McSweeney wins it back. McSweeney. Liam Miller is adjudged to have been fouled by Lee Duffy, and he is going to get a booking, the fourth player this evening, to get so. To say this is a dull match would be an insult to dull matches. Watch now, there'll be a last minute bicycle kick to win it for either side, but you know. Lee Miller, Dan Murray to Darren Dennehy. Dennehy the younger of the two brothers, Darren, gives it to Gary Buckley, gives it to Liam Miller, back to Gary Buckley, to Billy Dennehy, who, as a result of Darren being the youngest, Billy is the oldest. Looks for John O'Flynn, but he can't get his touch. He doesn't make a great touch, and Drogheda managed to clear. Only as far as Kevin O'Connor up. O'Connor to Buckley. Buckley to Dennehy. Dennehy to Miller. Miller to Dennehy. Dennehy. Dennehy still has it now. Gives it back to Gary Buckley, who gives it to Gavin Houlihan just on the halfway line now. Gives it to Liam Miller. 21 caps for the Republic of Ireland and 1 wonder goal against Sweden. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. Kevin O'Connor gives it to Liam Miller. Miller to Billy Dennehy, who gives it to John O'Flynn, who gives it to Gavin Houlihan. Gavin Houlihan, who takes a strike, but Schlingerman is able to catch it with ease. Gavin Houlihan looked to have slipped when he took that shot, so fingers crossed. He doesn't look to be in any pain, but hopefully he's not anyway. Schlingerman hits it long for Darren Murray, but can Billy Dennehy get in behind? Dennehy looks to chip Schlingerman, but hits the wall behind the goal. Poor, very poor from Billy Dennehy, a man who played in the Europa League with Shamrock Rovers in 2011. Schlingerman will take the goal kick. Schlingerman. It's it long. Looking for Dan Murray. But Lee Duffy has it. Duffy. Dispossessed by Billy Dennehy. Dennehy. He's brought something since he came on, thankfully. Looking for Stephen Beattie, but Schlingerman manages to punch away, and it's going to go out for a Cork City throw in just by the corner flag. Finally, excitement. A Drogheda player is down. Can't say who it is. Yeah, but going back to when I was doing a bit of research for this game, just thinking about the FAI Cup final. There's been quite a few players for Cork City that have won the cup final. That's the ball's thrown in. We'll come back to that. Gavin Houlihan inside the box. Gives it to Stephen Beattie. Beattie crosses it. Is there anyone there? No. Looks for Billy Denny, but unfortunately he wasn't there. Alan Byrne comes away with it. Gives it to Bailey. 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 Gives it to Michael Daly. Back to Bailey. John O'Flynn fell. And Drogheda can clear it, but only as far as Liam Miller. Gary Buckley hits it long for Billy Dennehy. Can he find him? Yes, he does, but his attempted header to John O'Flynn doesn't find him. Drogheda managed to clear. Max Sweeney wins it back. Gary Buckley. Liam Miller. Miller gives it to Gavin Houlihan, who gives it to Darren Dennehy, who gives it to older brother Billy, who gives it to Gavin Houlihan, who gives it to back to Billy Dennehy, but his attempted clearance, his attempted pass is cleared, and it's out for a Cork City throw in. Darren Dennehy gives it to Mark McNulty to Dan Murray. Hits it towards Michael McSweeney. Michael McSweeney, he's in acres of space, puts the ball in, but John O'Flynn would have been offside if he had connected. But it doesn't matter anyway, because Michael Schlingerman claimed with ease. Schlingerman hits it long. But Dan Murray clears to Stephen Beattie. Beattie, ex-Sligo Rovers man, also had a stint in America playing college football. Puts it in the middle for John O'Flynn, but nothing comes of it. Michael McSweeney had the ball, but it's lost it, and it's a throw in to Cork City, just in front of the travelling support. Limerick just about to make a substitution. Keith Tracy is coming off, who put in a shift, to be fair to him this evening, and Robert McKenna is coming on. Man of match competition. Might as well do it now altogether. Yeah, so tweet at RR Presenters with the hashtag RR Tracy, hashtag RR Shepherd, or just because I want to see how David spelled it, hashtag RR Slingy Wingy. So get on that. Or Kev, could be Kev, I don't know, he's running the Twitter this evening. Cork City have a corner. Billy Dennehy will take corner. Might bring a bit of quality to it. Dennehy whips it in, and it is cleared by Schlingerman, but only as far as Tiernan Mulvala. Mulvala finds Lee Duffy. Duffy catches Liam Miller on the break. Great challenge by Liam Miller, but it's a foul by Liam Miller. Is that going to be a booking for the Ovens native? Yes, it is indeed. Liam Miller, the 5th player to be booked this evening. The Ovens man, ex-Manchester United, Celtic, Sunderland, QPR, Perth Glory, Brisbane Roar, and much, much more. As we await for this free kick to be taken. Keith Tracy was on this duty, but of course he's gone off, so I can't exactly see who it is because there's a big bar in the way. And it's headed. Drogheda should have scored, but they don't. The free kick was put into the box. Alan Byrne's header just went wide. Goal kick taken by Mark McNulty to Darren Dennehy. Given to Dan Murray. Murray to Darren Dennehy once again. Dennehy hits it long, looking for his brother Billy, but can't find him. And Drogheda managed to clear. Darren Dennehy is judged to have fouled his man once again, and Darren Dennehy hasn't been booked as Billy comes over to protest on his behalf. As Billy Dennehy gets some sort of abuse, I imagine, as you would expect. Anyway, free kick here for Drogheda. Lloyd Buckley will take. Buckley. Long ball into the box, looking for McDaly. He heads it on, but it's going to go wide once again. Goal kick once again. Yeah, and don't forget the man of match competition. Hashtag RR Tracy, hashtag RR Shepherd, or hashtag RR Schleeming. Lee Duffy has it now. Blocked by Michael McSweeney. But John O'Flynn has been judged to foul Lee Duffy, and it is a free out for Drogheda as Lee Duffy goes down. And there's a substitution here for Cork City. Gavin Houlihan comes off, the ex-Drogheda player, and in his place is captain number 4, John Dunleavy, ex-Wolves player, I believe. Yes, Wolves. He also had a trial with Vancouver Whitecaps in Canada, but decided to come home. As we wait for this free kick to be taken. And it is. Hit long, look for D. Duffy, but Dan Murray clears. John O'Flynn gives Steve Beattie. Beattie is looked to have been fouled, and he is fouled. As the Drogheda player looks to be in some distress here. Stephen Beattie is calling over the medical staff. He looks to be in some distress. Don't know what's after happening. He's not moving at all. Hopefully it's just because he's hurt as opposed to something serious. But you could see it as soon as Beattie and the player went to ground that Beattie called for medical attention, not for himself but for the Drogheda player. Beattie, the ex Sligo Rovers, Bohemians, and UMF in Iceland player. He also scored for Sligo Rovers against Cork City in the first game of the season, which he said in his first press conference he was sorry about. So there you go. He's also cup tied for the FAI World Cup final. Himself and Steve Beattie are both cup tied as they played for Sligo Rovers against Crumlin in an earlier round of the competition. We wait for Billy Dennehy to take the free kick. Dennehy. The Drogheda player is back on his feet, so that's a good thing to see. Dennehy whips it in. Can he find anyone? He does find someone. Michael Schlingerman. Not who he was looking for. It was Bailey who was down. Apologies, I couldn't see his number. Didn't recognise his face. And Schlingerman hits it out. Schlingerman. Dan Murray clears. It's Gary Buckley. He actually scored against Drogheda last season in a dramatic winner. It was 1-0, I believe. John Dunleavy has the ball now. Dunleavy just emerging into the Drogheda half. Gives it to Liam Miller. Miller to Dunleavy. Dunleavy back to Miller. Miller to Darren Dennehy. Dennehy to Dan Murray. Murray to Billy Dennehy. Or William Dennehy, whichever one you prefer. Puts it into the box. Is anyone there? John O'Flynn is, but he bundled over as a man, and it's a free out to Drogheda for Schlingerman once again to take in his luminous orange kit. The fourth official comes over, and there will be 6 minutes of added time. Well, okay. Don't know where that came from, but anyway. Dundalk have equalised as well, by the way. Dundalk have equalised. Don't know where those 6 minutes came from. This game has been drab enough. I think these people want to go home. Michael Schlingerman hits it long. And Lee Duffy. Matt McNulty has it. He gets in a bit of a tangle with Lee Duffy. Was it Richie Towell scored? Yeah. Cheers. Yeah, it's 6 minutes left in that game. Oh. 6 minutes in Rovers match? Oh, right, yeah. So, Richie Towell has equalised for Dundalk. John Dunleavy has it here now at the centre circle. Gives it to Max Sweeney. Max Sweeney looks for Billy Dennehy. Dennehy. Can he get there? Just about. Dennehy whips it in. But it is cleared once again for Drogheda. And it is a throw in to Cork City, which Michael McSweeney will take just with a corner flag. McSweeney gives it to Stephen Beattie, whips it in, but it is out for a corner kick to Cork City. Can they make something from this? Yeah. So that's basically nearly over then. Yeah. There's not long remaining for Dundalk in their game. Does that mean they've won the league? That doesn't mean they've won the league, no? Okay, cool. So the league title goes on for another week. The corner ball whipped in here now, and Michael Schlingerman claims. Schlingerman hits it long. Looking for Lee Duffy. Can he find him? Doesn't. He finds Tiernan Mulvanna passes it out as Stephen Beattie fouls Mulvanna, and nothing is given to Beattie. Just a stern talking to. Don't forget the man of the match competition. Hashtag RR Tracy, hashtag RR Shepherd, or hashtag RR Schlingy Wingy, and RR presenters. And I imagine Kev or Dave will make the announcement later on tonight. Bailey hits it into the box, but nothing comes of it. Mark McNulty claims. McNulty finds Michael McSweeney. McSweeney comes on with it. McSweeney, can he beat his man? No, he can't. And it goes out for a throw into Cork City. Intensity is picked up once again in this game, but maybe too little too late for both sides. John Dunleavy gives it to Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor. Gives it to Dennehy. He gives it to O'Connor again. O'Connor, can he get there? No, he can't. He just couldn't get there. Great ball from Billy Dennehy. Great idea from Dennehy. But it goes out for a throw-in to the home side as they are wasting time. But little do they know that Limerick have gone 3-1 up on Galway. So yeah, it's full time in Bowes, and they've won 2-0, and it's also full time in Derry, and they've won 3-1 against Bray Wanderers. So thanks very much. Liam Miller gives it to Michael McSweeney. McSweeney, poor touch from him, but can John Dunleavy win it? No, he can't. Drogheda look to break, and it is Gorman who has it now. Gorman puts it into the box there, and then he manages to clear. But it first time strike. Poor, very poor there from Lloyd Buckley, and it is out for a goal kick. Mark McNulty will take. Derry City have beaten Bray Wanderers 3-1, and Bowes have also won as well against their Dublin rivals 2-0. Free in, or throw out, wow, for Drogheda as Joe Gorman will take. Gorman. Only as far as Michael McSweeney. McSweeney to Gary Buckley. Buckley to Miller. Miller to John O'Flynn. O'Flynn. Flynn whips it in for Billy Dennehy. Can he get there? Not quite sure to make that clearance, but it goes out, and it is a corner kick. Or is it a throw in? Throw in. Mark Hughes absolutely blast the ball out of the stadium, and it is a throw in. John Dunleavy has it now. Dunleavy gives it to Kevin O'Connor, who's completely isolated out on his side of the pitch. His attempted cross is blocked. Given back to John Dunleavy. Dunleavy to Liam Miller. Miller does merry dance, gives it to Gary Buckley. Cannot be long left in this game now. Buckley gives it to John Dunleavy. Can he do something with it? Dunleavy. Billy Denny, he tries to take it under control but can't. But it comes to Kevin O'Connor. Billy Denny, he has it once more. Buckley gives it to Liam Miller. Miller, can he give it to Kevin O'Connor once more? No, he gives it to Billy Dennehy. But the referee has blown full time. And that's it. 1-1. Not the prettiest of games. Surely not the worst of games. But yeah, quite boring to be honest. Once Carl Shepherd's goal went in, nothing much else really happened. And it's 1-1 full time in Tala as well. Dundalk will have to wait another week for the league title, we believe. And yeah, that's it from us here in United Park, also known as Hunky Dory Park. Thank you for listening, and it's myself next week for the game against Longford Town in Turner's Cross. So hope to see you then. Bye.